hope you enjoy today's episode of Paws Talk as it's our season finale of Season 1. We've got a great show in store for you, so sit back and enjoy.
So I'm Haviva, the Executive Director and Founder of Rabbit Rescue Incorporated. Rabbit Rescue is a registered charity. We deal with domestic rabbits. We work with shelters all across Ontario, and so we get them in, we get them spayed and neutered, put them in foster care, and then try to find them new homes. I got my first rabbit and fell in love with him, and everyone knew it, and they kept saying, "Oh, would you like my rabbit? I can't take care of him anymore." And one was enough for me, but I kept trying to find where they could go. And I just found a complete lack of resources for domestic rabbits. There was no other rabbit rescue in all of Canada at that time, and I decided I wanted to do something about it. Started small, and Rabbit Rescue grew pretty quickly. We've got a lot of great volunteers helping, and thanks to them, we've become the largest rabbit rescue in Canada. All in foster homes, actually. We don't have a shelter facility at this point. So they're all in individual foster homes, which works out really well because they get the socialization they need. Adopters can come and see them in an environment where they're very comfortable in, so they know sort of what it's going to be like when they get them home. The hard part about having them in a little cage in a shelter is that you really don't know their personality if you're going to adopt, and it makes it a little bit more difficult to find out what you're going to be getting. So foster homes do a great job of taking care of them and giving them everything they need and getting them ready for their final home. I think the most rewarding part of Rabbit Rescue is every once in a while we'll hear from someone who's adopted a long time in the past, 5 or 10 years ago, and they send some pictures of how happy their bunny is and how much they love the rabbit, and it makes it all worthwhile. Sometimes you think, this is just never ending. There's an endless supply of rabbits that need our help, and it's hard to stop and think about each one in their home. And so it's so nice when someone takes the time to contact us and say, you've made a difference. We love this rabbit, and it's spoiled rotten, and that's just absolutely the best part. And we just keep going for that reason. Name is Pipkin, and he's about 5 years old now. He came into the rescue because the owners were going to euthanize him. He's got some disabilities that you can't really tell just from first glance. His front legs are splayed. They're splayed right under him. He's missing his tail, he's missing a back leg, and his remaining back leg, he's missing a hip joint in it, so it doesn't bend. So he's got some challenges. However, having said that, he's probably one of the happiest rabbits I've ever seen, and he lives with me. He's my little guy. But this is sort of an example of the animals that we often deal with. We get the ones that the shelters can't take care of due to medical reasons, or the owners can't. We get ones that are badly sick or injured and require some extra care, and so he's a little bit more work than most bunnies, but it's well worth it, and he's, like I said, he's a happy little guy. The best thing that they can have is lots and lots of timothy or mixed grass hay. It helps move things through their system. It helps wear down their teeth. They can have a small amount of pellets and then some nice fresh vegetables, staying away from things high in sugar like carrots, which can cause an overgrowth of bacteria in their gut, and some nice dandelions and dill and herbs and lettuce. Those are things that they really like and are good for them. And they, unlike cats and dogs who might only eat a couple times a day, rabbits need to eat constantly. So they always need things moving through their system so they don't have a slowdown, and just constant grazing and lots of hay. It's the most important thing you can do for your bunny. The website is rabbitrescue.ca, and you can go on there and get lots of great rabbit information, and be sure to tune into Paws Talk for your chance to win a $25 voucher to the Rabbit Rescue online store.
Perfect. Season 1 was a great season, and we all had a wonderful time meeting pet portrait artist Sharon Barber. Who could forget her likeness that she captures in every painting? And then it was episode 2 with Vanessa Trevald at the Working Dog Saloon, where we'll be back in season 2 for more great filming. Who could forget Howard Shore, community leader at Huntington Park, pictured there with Maggie? And who could forget about Janice Olnick and the wonderful work she does at Pausability? What a great episode that was. Another great episode was Claudia Hare, the pet psychic. She did a great reading about Woofy, and we had a wonderful time over at her pond in Erin, Ontario. And who could forget about the lovely little cats at the Etobicoke Humane Society and all the wonderful work that they put forth and the efforts that they do there. What a great episode. one of our upcoming sponsors, Pets at Peace, another wonderful episode, educating us where we can take our pets after they pass away. And what about 4 Paws Training and Pet Services with Lorraine Wilson, another incredible episode. Who could forget her dog Ty as we learn more techniques about swimming. And my tattoo at Way Cool Tattoos up north. Who could forget that wonderful episode? Or Cool Coats with Val Wilson. All in all, every episode held true to be a wonderful time, including No Place Like Home cat sitting and the pet chemist at Canada Chemist Inc. We had a wonderful time meeting all these great guests, and we look forward to Season 2. Season 2 will bring a whole group of new guests, new educating segments, more sponsors, and even more good times at Paws Talk. And speaking of sponsors, a special thank you to Cliff's Cats, Vet 905, Animal Hospitals, and the ForgottenOnes.ca, Toronto Pet Daily Pet Tips, TJ Renovations. A big special thank you to Pamper Me Princess, Party's Pet of the Week, and another special thank you to Adorable Adoptions from HelpingHomelessPets.com. Without these great sponsors, we wouldn't be able to have this incredible show, Paws Talk. Also, a very special thank you to the Canine Wellness Center for bringing us What's Up with Wolfie. We'll be sure to have more from Tanya in Season 2. And thank you to all our guests who were featured on Survival Stories. May you all have strength and happiness, as well as all the guests that were on the scene. This has been Matthew from Paws Talk. See you February 2nd for Season 2's premiere.
Why the commotion?
We're going to Wags and Whiskers.
What's Wags and Whiskers?
It's only the #1 pet care provider in Ontario. They have cage-free boarding and daycare services in a big open space with its own pond.
No cages?
No cages. There's dog walking and even doggy massages.
Wags and Whiskers sounds like heaven on earth.
It is, but for dogs.
They even have in-home cat visits because I hate to travel.
Call 647-203-1279 or at wagsandwhiskers.com.
Let's go to Wags and Whiskers.